Wolves! How is everybody? I hope everybody is awesome. Come on in to tonight's live video. We are ready to rock. It is day 24. I hope everybody is excited. Come on in. When you get in, say hello. You know the deal. Drop your name. Say hello in the comments box. Let me see you. I am watching as people are floating in. We are ready to rock. It is day 24. I am excited. The Wolves are excited. Let's get it going. Come on in, say hello. Anyone that just logged on saw a massive forehead stuck in their live video. And yes, we're ready. We're a bit crazy tonight. I am anyway. Hello, Natalie. How are you? Good to see you. Jeff Lynn is in the house. Des from New Zealand. How are you, my brother? Hope you are well, my friend. Hello, Miss Julie Edwards from the sunny coast. We got a real gang coming in here now. I know the ones that are coming in. Miss Leah is a gang member. She is dead set part of the pack. I know that for a fact. Miss Deborah is in the house. Hello, Miss Allison. How are you? Nice to see you. Lindy Singleton, haven't seen you for a long time. How are you? Jeff Throw, here he is. Oh, I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to rock. I've just been busting it out to some Rage Against the Machine. I'm absolutely in state and I'm ready to fire tonight. It's going to be a big one. So say hello as you come on in. We're going to give it about another 60 seconds and then we are going to get started. So I hope everybody's pumped. How are you, Wolves? How are you? I hope everybody is ready to go. Miss Belly, hello. Hello, Belle. Awesome, awesome. Say hello as you come in because I want to see you. All right. Wolves, are you ready to rock and roll? Okay, Wolfpack, let's get started. It is day 24. Can you believe it? We are almost there. I was out there just 5 seconds ago looking at the moon and it is well on its way. We are coming real close to the next full moon. Miss Thea, how are you? I will be in Sydney this weekend. Make sure you say hello. It is really, really exciting. It is absolutely, we are coming to the back end of this thing faster than I even imagined. Honestly, when we started this, it's been a journey for a lot of people that were in Help Me and a lot of people that helped me do this. Massive gratitude goes out to especially CJ, Mark and Michelle. Michelle has been absolutely unbelievable through this. Same with Mark as well. They've kept me fed, they've kept me hydrated, they've kept me alive. CJ and Ash and Nigel, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. Miss Laurie as well. You guys are absolutely just next level stuff and I cannot thank you enough. So Wolfpack, let's go. Wolfpack day 24, okay? Today we're going to talk about the power of successful relationships. Wolves, if there's one thing that you need to know that will give you total joy and fulfillment and yet can also bring you immense pain and loss, it is relationships, right? So humans crave connection, we crave love, we crave intimacy, and relationships can give you that and even more. The quality of our lives really is the quality of our relationships. Everything great that happens in life usually comes out of an interaction with other people that you really care about. You have been working on you for the past 23 days. So congratulations for working on you. But you have committed to bringing out the best version of you. And this is exciting. Why? Because you have laid a strong foundation for you to experience more loving, more connection, more authenticity, even more evolving relationships with anyone that you choose to interact with. The quality of your relationships is also in direct proportion to the amount of you, right? That you are able to actually share with somebody. So that is a big thing. The quality of your relationships is absolutely in proportion with the amount of you that you can literally share somebody. Hi. Tonight, Wolves, you are going to learn how to create, build, and evolve relationships to the absolute next level. See, everyone deserves to have an incredibly rich relationship experience. Everyone deserves to be able to share and experience all facets of life with a significant special other. The next level relationship where you magnify that experience is truly a blessing. Firstly, understand this. The biggest challenge people have in relationships that keeps them from having the depth of intimacy and love that they really want is because they are looking for the relationship to be the solution to their problems. If you're going into a relationship to change your life, to change who you are or what you are experiencing, then you are using the relationship in such a way that it's actually disempowering you and your partner. So let's start with a couple of great rules to practice for a relationship to actually work. The first rule is approach your relationships to give and not to take from. So you've got to ask yourself empowering questions like, how can I create more joy, more happiness, more love for this person? When you do this, you're coming from a loving space of abundance and commitment and unconditional giving, right? And the second rule is in a relationship, and anything really for that matter, live by the philosophy of, we call it CANI, C-A-N-I. It means constant and never-ending improvement, right? You want to constantly want to improve yourself. If you're not constantly improving or advancing your relationship, it will actually get worse. You must grow your relationship, otherwise it will die. Here's another tip. Anything that's not growing is dying, right? There is no middle ground. So you're either growing or you're dying, and that also happens a lot in relationships. All right, Wolves, let's now have a look at different ways to destroy relationships. And we could be all good at that, right? What do you think is the biggest killer of relationships? Well, it is something that often creeps up slowly in relationships. It's called the law of familiarity. I've done it again. I've tongue twisted again. I really should start drinking beer when I do these things, don't you think? This is the biggest killer of relationships and human intimacy. This law states that when you're around anything enough, you can start taking a little bit for granted, right? If you don't use your enthusiasm and your passion on a regular basis in a relationship, you'll start to lose the enthusiasm and passion from the relationship itself. However, if you do what you did at the start of the relationship to make things work and commit to doing them throughout the relationship itself, then you will create a quality relationship. Remember, success and failure in relationship is not overnight experiences. All the small little decisions and actions along the way are key elements as to whether the relationship thrives or it actually dies. Okay, so how do you make sure? How do you not fall into the trap of that law of familiarity? I'm going to get that word right at some stage of my life. Well, firstly, just becoming aware of it can actually help, right? So the law itself can lead to two distinct ways that can ultimately destroy a relationship. So let's have a look at both of these, right? And what can be actually done to prevent them from escalating. The first way is when awareness is low and care is not being taken to grow and actually evolve the relationship, negative anchors can start to set up very easily. We've talked about this in previous sessions. If one or both of the partners is experiencing intense negative emotional states, even if it's from outside sources, then they are, when they're around each other during these emotional states, then these states can start to become linked to their partner. Then whenever they're around that person, they begin to feel lousy, negative feelings at a really unconscious level. They can then link up pain to their partner or more than they actually get pleasure. And over time, they just hit a threshold state, a place where it's just way too painful and the relationship starts to break down. Invariably, negative anchors are what really destroys relationships. So how do you prevent negative anchors from actually happening? Well, firstly, pay attention to what your emotional state you're in. If you're in a negative state and it has nothing to do with your partner, make sure you're not focusing on your partner. If you do, negative anchors are forming at a subconscious and often unconscious level, right? Next, pay attention. When you get in an argument, don't stay in it. Make it short and get out of that emotional state ASAP. Don't let arguments get out of control. Remember, all upsets with other people are your rules. The value of your relationship, value your own relationship above all your own personal rules. Get it? Then you use, pattern interrupts is another one where, you develop rules to support each other and to break each other's patterns. So pattern interrupts, as you've learned before, can instantly get you and your partner out of disempowering states or patterns. So decide that it is more important to be in love than it is to be right. Make sense? It's hard, trust me. So this is essential too. Be playful, be spontaneous, work at creating just special moments, surprise one another, have fun, all right? Care enough, commit enough, and communicate how to create ways of living joyfully and lovingly with the person that you actually care about. The second way that can ultimately destroy a relationship is failing to consistently meet the strategies of love and attraction that your partner has. See, create a way of relating to your partner that enhances the level of intimacy between the two of you on a daily basis. We each have a set of unique triggers or anchors that can cause us to feel love and attraction. So it's important throughout the relationship to maintain focus on these unique anchors and triggers to the person that we actually care about. So here are a few of the triggers and anchors that I'm sure you will probably resonate with, right? Some of us need to be shown that we're loved. For example, that we need to, someone to maybe look at us with that loving look, or to take us to places to show that they love us, or maybe even to buy us things that we can see and admire, right? Or some people may need to hear that they are loved in a specific way, with a certain tone of voice or with a certain word, okay? Some people need to be touched in a certain way. Some people need a gentle touch. Some need to be held tightly. Some need to be smacked. Oh, I didn't go there, Wolves. Get out of that. Everyone's different. Everyone's unique. You must know the strategy of your partner, right? Who has ever read a book called 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman? If you haven't, I highly suggest you take the time to read through this book and apply the exercises in it. See, the 5 universal love languages are time, gifts, acts of service, words of affirmation, and physical touch. See, the deepest feelings of love are triggered differently for everyone that you meet. And at the beginning of a relationship, we typically just do all of them, right? So we don't actually define what it is that they want. Whether you want to touch them everywhere, buy them gifts, tell them that you love them, spend time with them, or do certain things for them. And as the relationship continues, too many back off these strategies and may continue to love them. However, they love them the way that they want to feel loved and not necessarily how the partner wants to feel loved, right? So ultimately, you need to know how your loved person wants to feel in their love language and then give them love in their language. Get it? Excellent. So did you know that love triggers are not restricted or unique to even humans? Here's a little bit of a weird story to show that even animals have different triggers to a loving response, right? Deep emotional feelings occur in animals as well. The female turkeys are one of the most loving towards their young than any other species. Researchers discovered that it was not the sight of their young, nor the touch of their young, but the sound of their young, the unique little chirp chirp that the young gave off that triggered motherly love. And they tested it and researched it, and they found that even when they placed a recording of the cheep cheep of their young inside a stuffed body of their most common predator, right, the polecat, the mother turkey just loved the stuffed polecat like it was her own young chick. She didn't know the difference. It's so weird, right? So love the person that they want to be loved in. Get it? So understand their language. I'm sure you love that really weird story. Anyway, Wolves, before you start salivating over turkeys, let's learn 3 strategies to grow powerful, connected, loving, and fulfilling relationships, right? If you want your relationships to last, number 1, first, find out how your partner feels deeply loved by you, and do that by getting them in a state and have them feel how they feel when they feel deeply loved by you. Then ask them questions that encourage love to be expressed. So say something like, in order for you to feel these deep feelings of love, is it absolutely necessary for me to show you that I love you by buying you things or taking you to places or looking at you in a certain way? Or in order for you to feel these deep feelings of love, is it absolutely necessary for me to tell you that I love you in a certain way? Or maybe to feel this way about love, is it absolutely necessary for me to touch you in a certain way? You need to find out what type of touch also is. Do they like it soft or do they like it hard? You got to figure that stuff out. It's important. So find out what your partner's love strategy is and commit to meeting it consistently. Deal? Awesome. Communicate every single day to gain clarity on how your partner feels, love. Never assume anything, right? Don't assume that the way you feel loved is the same way that your partner wants to feel loved. Another lifelong strategy on how to enhance the quality of your relationships is by asking each other effective questions that make you love one another even more. For example, how did I get so lucky to have you in my life? Well, this creates a positive anchoring to deep love and connection. Work at developing deep emotional moments, right? The third strategy, what I will share with you today, touches on the abundance mindset, and that is give what you most want to receive in that relationship. So don't get trapped by you do it first and then I'll do it, right? That's the worst thing. You must think of a relationship as a place to give rather than a place to actually get. If you want passion, give passion. If you want love, give love. All right? Stay clear of conditional rules like things like, well, if you do this, then I'll do that. That is not giving love. That is trading love. That is a polite way of saying whoring, okay? So stop whoring and give unconditionally. The quality of your relationships comes down to the quality of your commitment to making it work. Nothing in life that has any value can be created without an absolute commitment. Does that make sense? Okay, so the author of the book, The Secret of Staying Together, wrote, mutual commitment is the identity of every lasting relationship. If you want to make your relationships last, realize how important they are to your lifelong happiness, that they are the essence of your life. So wolves, in summary, to experience joy, lasting happiness, fulfillment, deep love in your ultimate relationship, you must take risks, okay? You must love unconditionally. You must walk through and dance with your fears. You will have to break old relationship patterns and make way for new ones. And most of all, you must never settle, okay? Constantly be growing and spicing up your relationship. Continually find ways to improve the relationship. It sounds like fun, okay? Yeah? Good. Wolves, your assignment for tonight is super, super easy. Whether you are single, married, in love, not in love, gay, straight, weird, I don't care. I want you to do this. I want you to identify and write down exactly what you want in an ideal relationship and what you don't want. You need to be absolutely clear. What do you want in an ultimate relationship and what don't you want? Write those things down. Number 2, I want you to identify what and how the relationship needs to be for you to be happy with yourself so you can contribute to it in an effective way, right? And number 3, I want you to develop a list of unique things that you can actually do together to enhance your relationship on an ongoing basis. It's really, really simple. It sounds super simple. It's not friggin' simple, but work on it, wolves, because you're wolves, and ask the rest of the pack for help. Guys, nice, short, sweet tonight. That is it. Okay, go and do some loving tonight. Go out there and duplicate. Have fun. Enjoy your night. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, day 25. We're going to learn how to solve problems quickly and effectively. We're about to run this thing damn well home. So wouldn't it be a great skill to have to be able to do that? Have a great night, wolves. Give me a howl. Oh, I am going to lose my voice before the end of this 30 days, but I'm still pumped up. Maybe we do another webinar. Yes, let's do it. Okay, guys, enjoy your night. Wolves, have an amazing time. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.